My friends, greetings and welcome. This is your host, your guiding light, your all-knowing, all-seeing Maha Rushi, broadcasting with talent on loan from God. You're tuned in to the Patriotic Talk Network, and let me tell you, we are loaded for bear today. Now, I want you to sit down, secure your cup of liberal tears, maybe pour it over some ice if you're on the East Coast, and buckle in. Because we're going full-on into Trump's push to end the war in Ukraine. And folks, it is driving the globalist elite madder than a climate activist at a NASCAR rally. Donald J. Trump, yes, the orange man bad. The one the drive-by media called a warmonger. The guy they said would launch nukes if someone cut him off in traffic. That guy is now trying to end a war. Not start one, not escalate one, but end it. And what do we hear from the Democrat intelligentsia, the geniuses over at CNN, the woke generals at the Pentagon, and the European snobs with their tight pants and empty wine glasses? Do they say thank you? Do they say, let's give peace a chance? No, they say Trump's a Russian agent. Again, like a bad sequel nobody asked for. Red Scare 3. This time it's spray-tanned. Now let's get to Vlad the Impaler over in Russia, Vladimir Putin, a man who talks more out of both sides of his mouth than a Democrat during election season. 1 minute he says, we want peace. We are for diplomacy. We want to protect our people. And the next minute, kaboom! Apartment buildings in Kyiv go up in smoke. Hospitals get shelled. Civilians slaughtered. It's like dealing with a mugger who says, I'd like to stop robbing you, right after I take your kidneys. Putin talks like Pope Francis at a UN meeting, and acts like Attila the Hun on a vodka bender. And folks, don't forget, this is the same guy who said, and I quote, the collapse of the Soviet Union was the greatest geopolitical catastrophe of the 20th century. Greatest catastrophe? Not the Holocaust. Not World War II. Not communism killing 100 million people. No. According to Vlad, it was the breakup of his precious USSR. And these are the people the Biden administration wants us to negotiate with. Trump's strategy, sanctions, tariffs, and that voice. Enter Trump, the businessman, the negotiator, the guy who wrote The Art of the Deal and actually read it. Trump says to Putin, essentially, I'm not Joe Biden. You bomb one more hospital, and we're going to hit you so hard with tariffs your oligarchs are going to have to pawn their yachts just to buy toilet paper. Now I know what you're thinking, folks. Can tariffs work? Can sanctions stop a war? Short answer, yes. Long answer, ask Iran. Remember Iran? Trump sure does. Let's take a little stroll down memory lane, shall we? When Trump came into office, Iran was strutting around like a rooster on meth. They were building nukes, threatening Israel, chanting death to America. Every Friday like it was karaoke night. What did Trump do? Boom. Sanctions. Boom. More sanctions. Boom. General Qasem Soleimani, the head terrorist himself, gets introduced to a Reaper drone and a 72 Virgin Fast Pass. And of course, fast forward just a couple of weeks ago, Trump pulls off the most unbelievable operation in decades and does what every president since Jimmy Carter should have done but didn't have the guts to do. Even Reagan, New York heart be still. Trump blows Iran's nuclear program to smithereens. Did we go to war with Iran? Nope. Did they stop testing Trump? Yep. And now people are wondering, will Trump use the same military muscle on Russia? Would Trump use force? Let me be crystal clear here. Trump doesn't want war. Never did. But he's not afraid of strength. Unlike Biden, who thinks strength is yelling don't into a microphone like your grandpa trying to stop a raccoon. Would Trump use military force if necessary? Of course he would. But only after every tariff, every sanction, every economic vice grip had been squeezed dry. And trust me, Trump knows how to squeeze. You think tariffs can't work on Russia? Folks, Russia's economy is held together with bubblegum, oil, and shady bank wires from China. You slap 35% tariffs on everything from natural gas to caviar. And suddenly Putin's dreams of rebuilding the USSR start looking like a Craigslist ad for a rusty tank and some expired missiles. Now here's where Trump shines. This is where the businessman becomes the statesman. You want a peace deal? Here's how Trump would do it. Tariff threats. We will out-manufacture, outproduce, and out-tariff your entire country into the Stone Age if you don't stop. Energy dominance. We're opening up U.S. oil fields, flooding the market, driving your oil profits into the ground. Good luck funding a war with $30 a barrel crude. Back-channel diplomacy. Not the John Kerry, let's give Iran a pallet of cash at 2 a.m. approach. I mean quiet, hardball talks behind closed doors. Look, Vlad, you want Crimea? Fine, but you're out of the rest of Ukraine. You demilitarize. We ease the sanctions. You keep bombing schools, and we make Russia the new North Korea. Public pressure. Trump would get Poland, Hungary, India, Saudi Arabia. You name it, to publicly back a peace plan. Pressure from all sides. The drive-bys melt down. Now, can you imagine the drive-by media when Trump actually pulls this off? Orange Man forces Russia to stop killing people. Is this fascism? Trump ends war. But at what cost to democratic norms? They'll be foaming at the mouth like Rachel Maddow on election night. Now let's talk hypocrisy. You've got Biden, the diplomat, who spent $200 billion of your money funding this war with zero success. Not a single diplomatic victory. Not one. And yet the second Trump lifts a finger to talk peace? How dare he? He's cozying up to Putin. He's undermining democracy. Let me tell you something, folks. If Trump cured cancer tomorrow, they'd say he put oncologists out of work. Now here's the bombshell. Bill Maher, yes, Mr. Smug HBO, the guy who drinks liberal elitism like it's green juice, just admitted, and I quote, Trump might have been right about tariffs, and possibly even about how to deal with Russia. Stop the presses. Is hell freezing over? Has Bill Maher been replaced by a lizard person? Did he get red-pilled by accident while watching Joe Rogan? Folks, if even Bill Maher is realizing Trump was right about tariffs, it's only a matter of time before MSNBC rebrands as the Trump Truth Network. The big picture. Peace through strength. Look, this is what it all boils down to. Peace through strength. Not weakness. Not apologizing on world tours. Not flying rainbow flags on tanks. Strength. Ronald Reagan did it. Trump learned from it. Biden? He's reading off a teleprompter that was programmed by a DEI intern. So here we are. The world teeters on the edge of a prolonged, bloody European war. Biden's asleep at the switch. The Democrats are too busy indicting Trump over parking tickets from 1987. But Trump? He sees the moment. He sees the weakness. And like a lion stalking prey, he's getting ready to pounce. This time, with the deal of the century. And if that happens, folks, if Donald J. Trump ends the Ukraine war without a single U.S. boot on the ground, you better believe the drive-by media will set a new world record for spin. The only question is, will they admit they were wrong? No, but we will know. And you'll remember who told you first. That's all for today, my friends. From high atop the EIB correction, the Patriotic Talk Network Command Center. This is RL, reminding you once again, I'm not here to be fair. I'm here to be right. And I always am.